everyone. My name is Jamila Malcolm, and I'd like to start off by thanking everyone in this room who's not sitting over there, who's not an LLP student, for actually just being here and supporting us as we celebrate completing the show. So thank you very much for that. So a little about myself. I've just finished at LPC at the College of Law, Moorgate, University of Law, as they refer to me. I converted after gaining a degree in classics from UCL. The reason I'm here before you today is because I was hooked on the law after doing a year as a paralegal in 2011. So, what have we gained from the Legal Launchpad? Well, for me personally, I've really grown in confidence, and I think that that's definitely going to improve my employability. And that's my confidence is increased in two main ways. The first way is I've been able to develop opinions on current legal issues. So, generally socially, I felt that I was quite a confident person, but I soon found out that being confident in a legal assessment setting is a totally different thing. So what was fantastic about my experiences on the LLP was that I was able to bounce the ideas that I had on the legal market, on what it means to be a solicitor, about law firms as a business, with my mentor and with the solicitors who I met in the various law firms I was placed with. And that was fantastic for me because I was able to validate the opinions I'd drafted from my research and able to speak in confidence when I go for an interview. So that's fantastic. The second area, which I'm quite pleased with my improvement, is in defining my career focus. I've always been interested in banking and finance, and to date, that interest has only been through my research and through my following of the financial press. But I kicked and screamed while I was at DLA Piper to get a seat in the finance and credit department. And I was rewarded with a lovely associate in training who gave me streams and streams of fantastic work. And going forward, what I have now is the experience to back up my enthusiasm and all the statements I write in my applications and in my interviews. So I'm really grateful for that. And the third and final takeaway that I've got from this program is a Bergin address book. Not just with my colleagues on the LLP program, because I've developed some really great social relationships, but in terms of going forward into my applications and defining my career path and where I want to go, I know that from all the people I've encountered, from the BLD staff to my mentor to the solicitors in the law firms I was placed at, I have built up an email contact list which I can always dip into, and that really gives me a lot of confidence as I go forward. So I've improved, I can honestly say I've improved greatly on this scheme, and thank you very much, and I'll recommend it to everyone who I come in contact with.
Thanks, Jamil. Okay, hi everyone, my name's Yvonne Dan. I've just graduated from the University of Westminster this year with a law degree, so I'm very happy. I'm now going on to BPP Law School, and I'm going to start my legal practice course in about a week and a half, which is a really scary prospect, because I went there and got a big, fat, massive pile of books that I need to read, but that'll be fun. So if I tell you a bit about how I heard about the Legal Launchpad program. So basically, it was by a friend who had participated about 2 years back, and she told me how amazing it was and all the experience she gained and everyone that she met, and that was something that really made me want to apply. So I applied, and thankfully I got it, so I was very happy. But one issue that I had when I started was I wasn't too sure whether I wanted to be a barrister or a solicitor. So to have someone to guide me, a mentor, and having work placements guaranteed and being able to attend skill sessions was something that helped me grow as a person. So to begin with, my mentoring, I was thankful enough to be paired up with someone called Thekla Bellis, and she worked at DAC Beechcroft at the time, and it was lucky, but she came from a very similar background to me, and she also was not too sure about whether she wanted to be a barrister or solicitor at my stage. So that was really good, we had mutual ground. And the sessions that I had with her were really useful because she honed in on my skills and my interests, so I was able to pinpoint exactly where I wanted to go in my career. So that was really good. Then my work experience that I had with Number 5 Chambers was really exciting as well. As I said, I didn't know whether I wanted to be a barrister or not, so to be exposed to the court and advocacy side of things was really interesting. And I found that really enjoyable as well. I got to travel to Luton and Essex. One memorable experience from that was going to Woolwich County Court. That was fun. I got to Chambers for about 8:30, sat there till 9. And I got told that I had to be at Woolwich County Court in half an hour. So I ran to the train station, got on the train, got there, and I had obviously got the instructions from the barrister in case I was late. Got there, out of the station, got a call and goes, oh, we've just finished the hearing, and finished in 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, great. But it was still good because I got to talk to him and we had a nice little chat over coffee, and then he gave me his own experiences as to how he progressed through the bar. In contrast, I had a week's placement at DLA Piper, and that I really enjoyed. I got to see what the international law firm was like, that sort of environment. I got to take up tasks on debt finance cases, and I also learned about company house filings, which I found really stimulating. No, truly, no, I really enjoyed it. And then also the teamwork that we did in projects I found that suited me much more. So yeah, in conclusion, the BLD and the Legal Launchpad programme has really helped me grow, and I've been exposed to so many different areas of the law, and I'm so thankful for all the successful people I've met. Everyone's so encouraging and inspiring, so thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Onyeka Onyekwuli, and I'm the only one on the panel who's decided to pursue a career at the bar. I just finished the BPTC at BPP, and hopefully I'll be called in November. That's the plan. I actually heard about the LLP program from 2 of my friends who had secured a training contract through the LLP. So I went in with the wrong mindset. I thought, this was going to be like the Matrix. Deborah would hold out her hand and the magical pills of skills and workshops, and I'd swallow it and I'd come out definitely as Neo, the one with with pupillage. But it didn't quite work out like that. But I do have to say that I gained so many skills, and these skills were from going to mock interviews in Hardwood Chambers, which you don't really get to have the opportunity like that at the bar. And also getting to shadow a QC, and I was in the Supreme Court on the same day that Lady Hale was elected as Deputy President of the Supreme Court. So that was just phenomenal to be in the same room as so many great people. And yes, I wasn't able to secure a pupillage, but I was able to learn the biggest lesson of all, which was to put my fears aside. And I wouldn't have done that without the help of Trisha there on email every day, listening to me and just hearing me out, really. And also my mentor, Nabila Malik, who sat down with me one day in Starbucks, having looked at my application, and asked me the most simplest of questions, but it baffled me. What are your interests? And it led to months and months of self-evaluation. And now I'm able to say that one of my biggest interests is philanthropy. And I've been able to secure a placement in Abuja in Lagos, delivering legal aid to domestic violence victims and helping to prepare a bill for equal rights and gender equality there. And that's being funded by the Dramati Foundation, which is one of the sponsors of the LLP program. So I'm so thankful that they've been able to open so many doors for me, because I don't think I'd have done it on my own. And I'm grateful for all the support of the sponsors as well.
Good afternoon. By way of introduction, my name is William Louis Ackerman. I'm currently a second-year law student going to my 3rd year at Cardiff University, and I'm reading law. So up until about the age of 15, I had my eyes quite firmly set on becoming either a celebrity chef, a footballer, or an astronaut. But my mother brought me back to the world, and she kind of told me I had to pursue a solid career, and so I chose the law. Given the competition in the legal industry, I realised I needed to do all that was possible to give myself all the skills needed, and this is why I chose the LLP program. So throughout the program, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think I've benefited quite a lot from my tremendous mentor, Jenna from DLA Piper, to the informative skills workshops and the very, very insightful work placements. But for the purposes of the brief presentation, I'll be focusing on my experience at the work placements, whereby I had the opportunity to spend 1 week at both DLA Piper and DSC Beechcroft. So there are 3 main elements which I found very, very helpful. These were the shadowing, it was the talks, and it was also the practice interviews. I found the shadowing very, very insightful because I think on every single website they tend to kind of mention skills like teamwork, leadership, communication, but it's hard to understand how that actually plays in a legal context. So having the opportunity to spend a few days in a legal firm and understand how it actually plays out in practice was very, very helpful. It also allowed me to understand what law was and how it would be like if I were to pursue a career there. And this is key because it's quite a difficult career to get into. And if I'm about to spend blood and tears on it, I think it's something I need to be completely committed to. It also allowed me to experience different areas of law. Beforehand, I lived in Ghana for 5 years, so when Ghana found oil in 2007, I was kind of like, yes, energy, oil, so I wanted to get into that. But it allowed me to experience new areas such as property risk, restructuring, and I think this is all beneficial to my general development in the field. The second element I found very beneficial were the talks. They introduced us to stuff like business development, marketing, and how the firm builds its clients. And I think these are certain things which they tend not to focus on, but these allowed me to get like a holistic understanding of how a law firm works. And this was key in me achieving my understanding of the legal industry. And lastly was the practice interviews. This gave me confidence and highlighted all the flaws I had in my previous approach. And from doing this with some of the individuals who helped me go through these practice interviews, they gave me constructive advice and allowed me to kind of tailor what I needed to do in order to get where I wanted to go. And I think this has taught me all the skills I found have been very, very helpful and have been pivotal in me achieving getting onto 2 VAC schemes earlier this year, and also my recent interview at Dentons. And I'm hopeful. So I can only say thank you to everybody who's helped me on the way, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.